Are you ready to take your business to the next level and make the money you want so that you can create the impact you desire? Then you're in the right place. It's possible to run a successful business built around your life. Get ready for a little bit of tough love and a whole lot of strategy to grow your business without sacrificing your sanity. If you're ready to get out of your own way and step into the role of CEO, then let's go. I'm Amy Traw, and this is the Motivated CEO Podcast. There is one thing, literally one thing, that is standing in between you and the success that you desire. And this thing, it's very, very simple. What is it? My friend, it is you. Are you the one thing that is standing between the success that you desire and where you are right now? If you're getting a little bit of a gut check right now, I want to assure you, I was you. I was you for such a long time. I wanted success on my terms so badly that I could taste it. But there was something in the way, and that was myself. My lack of implementation of the right actions that I knew would move me forward in my business because of unresolved subconscious beliefs. So I would end up doing what I call procrastinating. Where are my fellow list makers out there? I know some of you are. I am like the queen of making a good to-do list. Like for me, it lights me up. I just love checking things off the list. But what ended up happening is I was busy. I wasn't productive. I was checking things off the list just for the heck of checking them off. But it wasn't actually the needle moving activities. It wasn't the things like showing up consistently, providing value, stretching myself outside of my comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, that's what it takes to move the needle forward. Because in order to get different results, we have to do things differently. We can't be complacent and do the same things. Yes, we need to build the business and do those foundational steps over and over and over. But if we're not getting the results that we desire, we need to take that step back, zoom out, and analyze exactly why. What are my daily actions, and are they getting me closer to my goal, or am I just being busy? And this is something I really dove into in episode 265 of the podcast. So be sure to go give that a listen, because that was such a game changer. When I got honest with myself and I realized, you know what, I'm not being productive. I am being busy. And let's shift gears a little bit. You know, a lot of us come from a 9-to-5 corporate job. I came from a career in healthcare, 16 years. I would wake up, go to work 40 hours a week, come home, repeat over and over and over. Now, when we're working as an employee for someone, we always have people above us, unless you are C-suite. And even then, you still have people, the board and all of your peers to answer to. But who is holding you as a solopreneur accountable? Who is holding you accountable every single day? So this is why it's so important to do the CEO review as well, because this is like your self-performance appraisal. No one is coming to save you but you. So it is essential that you take the time to assess, what am I doing? How are things going in the business? Start treating your business like a business, because there will be days when you don't feel like showing up. I get it. I still have days like that from time to time where I just don't feel motivated to do the gosh darn thing. This week has been so crazy busy, so fun, so nice outside that the last thing, full disclosure, that I wanted to be doing right now was recording this podcast episode. But I have the discipline because I know that this is a part of my business. My podcast is a huge piece of the puzzle. It is the piece of the puzzle that allows me to not have to spend hours on end on social media. This is a major part of the business. So I need to show up for myself, show up for the business on the days that I don't feel like it. That is the difference between running your business like a business and running it like a hobby, is having that discipline, being consistent, doing those basic foundational elements of business over and over and over, taking the time to assess the data, to assess your KPIs, your numbers, your metrics, and really to get honest with yourself of what is actually working and what is not working. This takes the emotion out. Pausing is necessary, but I say this with a caveat, a huge caveat. It is a pause. It is not a full-on stop. You need to take the time to pause, but don't sit here. Don't stay in the pause, because action creates momentum and momentum creates results. But you need to know that your actions are aligned, that they are aligned and very intentional, very strategic. Building a business is a long game. It is a lot of testing and revising your strategy as consumer buying behaviors change, as marketing trends change, as the world and economy change. We need to evolve with it. What got you here may not necessarily get you there. But like I said, it's a long game. And in society, we've become such just consumers, right? We are consumers to everything going on in the world, all of the noise. And we've become conditioned to think that, okay, I get it now. We're living in a very on-demand society. Think about Amazon. You order something, it comes to your door within 2 days. You can order groceries, have them delivered within an hour. We're living in this era where if we want information, we just open up our phone and Google it. No longer do we have to go to the library and look things up and do our research or wait until the newspaper comes the next day to figure out what's going on. No, we're living in an era where everything is on demand. So we've become conditioned to think that this is the reality of business. But the reality of business is that in the beginning, especially until you really get that strategy really focused in, it's a lot of testing and revising, showing up on the days that you don't want to, having the self-awareness to realize, you know what? I'm reverting back to those comfortable behaviors. I'm reverting back to what's comfortable, scrolling instead of creating content, being a passive consumer instead of a creator, doing all of these things to make ourselves feel busy, because busy makes us feel like we're important. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I get it. I get it, because I was there. I was there. Busy makes us all feel important. It's why we feel like we have to check our phones nonstop to see who needs us, who wants something, because it makes us feel important. It gives us that hit of dopamine, and it triggers our brains into thinking, okay, this is normal. And so you build and ingrain that habit loop over and over and over. So you're just addicted to the hustle. You're not addicted to doing those challenging tests that require more brain power. But because your brain power has been exhausted with all of these trivial little tasks, you forget. You forget that you need to take action. So what I really encourage you to do is to pause, not to stop, but to pause and really get honest with yourself. If you are not seeing the results that you hope for, pause and ask yourself why. Why am I not getting the results? And how am I spending my time? Am I spending my time in doing the things that will grow my business? Am I getting in the rooms with the people that I need to align myself with that can potentially introduce me to someone else? Am I doing the scary things, the non-fun things in my business, like looking at my numbers? Am I consistently doing this over and over and over? This curiosity is a game changer with everything in your business. Become curious. If something is not working, ask yourself why. Why is this not working? And what could I do in order to make it work? When you go on social media, entrepreneurship, it's very romanticized, isn't it? We see entrepreneurs boasting about their 100K launches and their 20K months, their 10K months. Heck, if you're not making 10K a month, you're made to feel less than. But this is the analytical part of my brain. So I see these numbers and I always question it. Okay, yes, you had a $100,000 launch. Sure, that's amazing. Like, great for you. What did you actually net from that launch? How much went into paid ads? How much went into extra support staff to design the emails, the templates, the graphics, all of this stuff on the back end? How much was your profit margin? What did you actually make off of this launch? And that is something that I really encourage you to do. If you're finding yourself in the online space scrolling, going, I'm not doing as well as I thought I would be, just know that it's okay. It's okay. And the fact that you acknowledge that is step one, because once you are aware, then you can acknowledge, then you can accept, like, okay, this is right where I'm at. And then you can take action, because the action, that's what gives you numbers. That's what gives you data. That is what will help you to make those small little adjustments to get the results that you desire. It's not easy. Building a business is hard, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. So if you are struggling right now, please know you are not alone. There is nothing wrong with you. I am here for you. I am here for you because I have been in your shoes. It's a roller coaster, but stay consistent, because remember, action creates momentum and momentum creates results. Until next time, I am cheering for you. Cheers to making the money you want so that you can create the impact you desire. Are you loving what you're hearing? Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode.